you know what's good for me. That's my opinion.
Which
I had gumbo twice. I had once in a restaurant and once in a gas station. The gas station gumbo, my nigga.
That sound crazy.
Yeah.
That sound crazy.
Till this day, I don't think I've ever tasted something that tasted so good, son.
It's so funny to hear that only because in New York, we don't eat out of gas stations. But all my friends from the South talk about the gas station like it's a 5-star restaurant. And you can get everything at a gas station in the South. You could get the best food. You getting liquor. You getting drinks. You can get cigarettes. You can get shot. You can get everything. Like, I ate food from 7-Eleven one time, and I used to do that. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I used to eat food from 7-Eleven. You probably should not do that in New York. That is fake-ass food, but when I see 10 wings for $4, I'm going to buy it. And I used to fuck that shit up.
Nigga, that's like when Burger King sold 20 nuggets for $1. You ate them shits?
I did. We all gonna die. This is why I think we be getting cancers, rare cancers, because we just eating mad shit that don't. Stuff. Like, I remember when black people found out tilapia wasn't actually fish.
Like, I didn't understand what we was doing with tilapia in the first place, son.
I think it was really cheap.
Nah, I knew it was off when you saw it in a dollar store. I said they got too much tilapia in cheap places, son. Something's off. And then I remember I was in some fish market and the live tilapia was swimming around. I stopped eating tilapia after that day. You ever seen a real tilapia fish?
Nah.
Okay. Oh, you remember when niggas dropped the green ketchup and then they had purple?
And the purple one.
Yes, bro.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Because why would we eat that?
Right.
What chemicals did they take to make that shit purely purple?
Right.
You know how hard it is to get purple?
They discontinued that shit.
Yeah. I just don't want to get like a extreme rare cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like when you get the main cancers, you got a chance to survive. I feel like we eat a lot of things that could possibly cause us to get sick. Yeah. And if we get a rare cancer, we're cooked. Because nobody cares to cure that shit.
Damn, I didn't even think about. I never even thought about that. No, you right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, that sounds crazy, but that's dead.
Patrice
fact.
O'Neal, I'll never forget the comedian. Patrice O'Neal said that shit. He said, yo, if you got some shit nobody got,
it's over.
You cooked. Who's going to take time to fix your problem? Right. Like, if you was one of the people that, this is not funny, I'm not joking, y'all. 9/11. People that stayed around to help got all these rare cancers that nobody else has. Niggas got earlobe cancer.
That's not funny.
Crazy. You're cooked. Nobody's gonna have a cure for that shit, bro. So now it's like, at least you got a chance if you get chemo with, like, I guess the popping cancers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, granted,
we gotta cut this out.
Nah, we gotta keep it real.
Popping cancers go crazy.
The ones that make the people bald?
Chemo makes people bald. It's not cancer that make you bald.
Oh, okay.
Now we gotta cut that out. That was crazy. It's certain cancers that you make so much money off of. I know they're not gonna cure it.
What you mean, like breast cancer?
Yeah, it's never gonna be a cure.
Because then the doctors
they're getting money off of breast cancer. Yeah, breast cancer is so fancy. I walked for breast cancer 4 times. I don't even know anybody with breast cancer, but I felt like it was my obligation because that could happen to anybody I love.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm going to walk. My fat ass is out there sweating, doing breast cancer walks when I was like 15.
And the
just
doctor
because it
ain't
can
gonna be
happen.
able to see titties no more.
Please.
What the
fact
fuck?
That's the conclusion you came to from this.
Out of
everything,
that's what
you can still see the titties. Like, the cancer don't make them go away.
What is wrong with you, bro?
I thought they chopped one off. And then you just have a unit.
It can happen, bro. But no.
Yo.
I hate you. I hate it. It's not funny. It's so not funny. What the fuck is wrong with you? I fucking hate you. I hate you.
The fact he said unititty and not uniboob is what really got me like, bro, please.
Yo, oh my God, I hate you so much.
Nigga said unititty.
Like, yeah, the ones that survive, they strong though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They walk, they do their thing. I mean, I ain't mad.
He can't get over unititty.
I feel bad for niggas who never smoked a cigarette and get lung cancer.
That's crazy.
If I never smoked a bogey and you telling me I got lung cancer, I might crash out. I might rob people.
But what about the people that been athletic their whole life, been staying on a good diet, taking their vitamins, and then boom, they get it? Like,
Yeah, that's even more crazy.
That shit fucked up.
I'm going out like John Q. I know. I hate when I watch a movie on a Lifetime or some shit, and like the person got a terminal illness. It's like the doctor told me I got 6 weeks, and they spend 6 weeks with the family.
Not me. I'm doing mad drugs.
I'm doing
meth,
mad.
coke,
I'm smoking crack. Give me some heroin. You know what I'm saying? Give me a needle. I'll take a needle, nigga. Full
Word,
fledged,
fill
nigga.
that shit with whatever you want, nigga. It's going in. Like, fuck do you mean?
Bobby Brown ain't got shit on me, nigga. Whitney Houston type high, nigga. Bobby, where you at, Bobby? I'm not playing, bro. Like, nah, because it pisses me off sometimes because it's like, I don't know if they showing the real of what people might really go through in those situations. They don't talk about, like, when my uncle had cancer, he was angry. They never talked about how angry you could become from just feeling like this shouldn't happen to you.
Yeah, because why me? The fuck? That nigga smoke a pack a day. The fuck? Like, what?
Yo,
like,
that's how I be
word.
so confused. I be like, yo, that ass. I be seeing people old as shit smoking mad cigarettes. I be like, they probably was smoking cigarettes their whole life. Like, what the fuck?
You might have followed all the rules, did everything right, only for things not to go in the way that they told you.
I'm telling you, that happened to my friend, right? She used to laugh at all of us for being outside, dating boys, being hoes and shit. She kept her little virginity and fucked her childhood boyfriend, ended up getting pregnant immediately, catching the STD, and then finding out the nigga was gay when she was like 7 months pregnant.
What the fuck?
Too much.
You should have just been a hoe, sis.
I mean, it was how she get pregnant in the STD, and it was that's crazy. That's 3 strikes.
3
That's
strikes
so
go
deep, bro.
crazy.
Oh, 3 at the same time.
You can't live your life a specific way, nigga.
Nope.
It's not gonna work the way you think it could go. Now you can alter your future and shit like that with good decisions, but of course, like, you know, it's like when you watch the movie Kids, right? And this girl lost her virginity to this nigga. Then this nigga was smashing mad other kids. These little kids around New York City. Everybody got HIV.
Wow.
Just passing it around like how niggas pass around chlamydia sometimes.
That's crazy.
And nobody knew. It was just like a lesson in it.
Yeah, it is.
And it was even at the end of the movie, it was this one girl who went with her friend to go get tested. And then her friend was fine and she ended up not being fine. She was there just to help her.
right.
Damn.
So it was just like this big awakening. It was just all these life lessons in this one movie.
I don't even take. You know how scary it is to take a HIV. It's not even scary to take the HIV test. It's scary when you sitting there waiting for the fucking results, my nigga. That rapid shit. You sitting there for 30 minutes. You think about everybody you even smelled in the past 10 years, my nigga.
My parents had it. Like, that's why I was so educated on it early in life. Like, my parents was HIV positive.
Okay.
Like, both of them.
Okay.
Like, after I was born, they were still doing them needles and shit, and I guess they all got wrapped up in it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a kid, they have these programs that you go into, and they kind of teach you about it. So I was exposed to understanding what it was early,
Yeah.
which helped me learn and understand. Which is why I'm way more precautious than a lot of my friends.
Okay.
Because I've sat in rooms with my friends, and I'm like, when the last time you been to the doctor? I knew you for 10 years. Right? And they'll be like, oh, I don't go to the doctor. I let my girl go to the doctor.
Yo,
And if she ain't got nothing, I don't got it.
and that is a typical nigga answer. Like, that's not rare. Like, most of them think like that, sadly. Like, bro, these niggas will really pull out a condom, act like they putting it on, and don't have a condom on. So, bro, you literally have to put your hand down there and check and make sure. Yes.
Crazy.
These niggas is nasty, son.
I believe like every man that smashed a crackhead or a drug addict looking bitch, like, or some crazy shit. Something that they didn't even want to smash. But niggas don't be speaking about that shit. Nigga, I said I
Speak
get
about
bad
it for what? So you could cut their ass and look at them
Like,
crazy?
yo, bro, that-
Can
One
you
of my
imagine?
exes was like that. He mad hypersexual, like disgustingly hypersexual. Like, and it's like, you know how as a woman, it's like you feel this inner thing to like try to fix somebody and help them realize they're wrong, but it's like he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. He's still like that. Like, that's just what he wanted to do. I just had to. You have to learn to separate yourself from it sometimes, because you'll get lost in that shit with them.
I'm losing a lot of friends in my 30s simply off of just mental health.
I'm telling you, because at this big ass age, if you ain't seeking therapy or trying to fix yourself, then bye.
You
Because
gotta
you should
say
know
bye.
better by now. I don't want to hear about shit from your childhood. Your mom did this, nigga. We almost 40, son.
Like, come on, tighten
Word,
up,
still
nigga.
talking about I miss my grandma. That bitch is dead.
And unfortunately, I think that's a thing in our community. I think that we're very delayed when it comes to a lot of issues. But that's what I'm saying about us getting older. And we gotta kind of like hold people accountable. When you young, it's easy to kind of bullshit. Be like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna make excuses for you. I can't avoid if I see you doing some shit right now.
Right.
Like I'm a full-time dad. If I see you not taking care of your kids, I can't ignore it anymore. Right. It's easy to do when you're 19, 20, 21. Mm-hmm.
It says something about you as a person to be walking around enjoying your life and not doing shit for your kids, my nigga. Like, it's just, I don't get it. I can't understand it. I won't understand it. Like,
I mean, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be real, bro. In my situation, I kind of look at myself as like the bitter baby mother. Like, because when you got the kids, they're hard. It's hard to be a parent all day. I get it, bro. Yeah, like I was cursing my daughter out the other day, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, you 15, keep playing. You got 3 years. But I would never kick her out.
Yeah.
My kids is going to live with me forever. I respect. My daughter husband, he got to move in with us. I don't know necessarily what our generation of parents was doing to us. I don't get it.
Or even like as soon as you get a job, oh, give me some money. Why, bitch? What you was doing before I got the job?
They was charging us. They was doing things like that.
Mad whack. Like mad. Yeah, I'll never forget. I got my first job. All of a sudden, was like, oh yeah, you need to give me $40 a week. I said, for what? Towards the house. Towards the house? Bitch, what are you talking about? Like,
already making it.
Word then and then all of a sudden I had to buy everything myself, underwear, and now all of a sudden she had to make sure I ran through that money. Now, I'm not giving you money for shit now, and it's like, bro, like we can't be happy, like damn.
My daughter next summer is gonna do her first summer youth, or this summer coming up. Nigga, I'm gonna take all her money and give it back to her at the end of the summer. Like, hey, take your money back.
My mother did that, but I didn't get no money back. That bitch made me give her half of my check the whole summer. Like, I'm saving it for you to buy school clothes. You know how much money that bitch gave me to buy school clothes? $300.
Oh, she said, what about the whole checks?
$300. One of my checks was like $300. So it's like, where did my money go?
Even the fact that we all share the experience of like getting kicked out before you're 18. Right. Like, I recalled you saying a story how your mom used to call the cops a lot. Like, that happened to a lot of my friends. Like, me too. Oh, I want him out the house. I called the cops on my own mother. So long story short, she was kicking me out one day. And mind you, just because she in a bad mood now, she decided I can't be in the house no more. Nothing happened. Mm-hmm. So I'm laying in the bed. This bitch sitting on first of all, she has her own bathroom. So she intentionally came to use my bathroom to sit there and talk shit to me in my room just because. So I'm just like, oh God, here we go. Bro, this bitch sitting there, she unscrewing the fucking Swiffer stick from the mop. The next thing I know, this bitch fly in my room, right? She swing at me. She missed me the second time, but she jumped on the bed and caught me the second time. So I snatched the ball from her, and I was about to... Yeah. So I thought about it. I said, oh, no. I'm going to call the cops, bitch. So I called the cops on her. I said, oh, can you please come? She's beating me, da-da-da-da, being mad dramatic, right? Long story short, the cops get there. They asking her questions. She like, oh, I didn't even hit her that hard. I go, where did she hit you? I pulled down my shirt to show them. It's a big-ass bruise on my shoulder. I didn't even know that shit was there at that point. Oh, now it's lit. Now they take it off. So they pack her up, right? She like, you really gonna get me arrested? Good night, bitch. Now, I thought maybe she was gonna come home the next morning. They kept that bitch for like 3 days, my nigga. She was so fucking mad, my nigga. And mind you, when she came in, she saw that I was still there. Bitch got even mad and started crying immediately. I was like, bro. It's good that y'all close though. Y'all can laugh at it now.
Yeah.
That's mad funny. Like,
oh no, we still don't laugh at it. She don't want to talk about it.
My daughter is 15. I had her when I was damn near 15 years old. I have never hopped on the phone, called one of my friends, and talked shit in my daughter's face. Even the shit they used to do never made sense.
My mother was the king of that. Hell yeah, that bitch always.
And she walking past your room. Now she pacing. This bitch, I don't know what the fuck she thinks she is. This is my motherfucking house. That bitch can't beat me. Da 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 da. I'm just in a room like,
oh, she talking mad shit.
Turning the TV up and shit. Right. Word.
Talking mad shit. My mom used to do that same shit, so I ain't even gonna hold you.
But why?
I have no idea, bro. She used to just yap on the phone about
shit. Because they needed that backup. You feel me? Because what I started learning is when you get older and you look at your parents, when they tell stories, it's not the real story. It's just what you did to them. You feel me? So because they needed that backup, Well, my mother was like that. Let me not speak for all people's parents. But my mother was
I
like
don't know.
that. Like that backup or like that battery in her back to like make her feel like she was doing something.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Listen, my pops, right, he would always talk shit, right? Like, he would kick me out all the time from like 14, 15, 16, and I would just leave.
Right.
And I remember he would always be like, when you 18, you get the fuck out of my house. 2 weeks before my birthday, before my 18th birthday, he didn't say nothing to me. No problems. I think it was nice to me. He was chilling. He said, happy birthday. He made me a lasagna. The day after, the nigga just came, just knocking shit over, causing a scene. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, get the fuck out of my house, you 18 years old. That nigga was waiting that whole time
To say that shit.
to get me the fuck out of his house, bro.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And it's kind of fucked up because, like, to even think about it, you call the cops on a young black man. With everything y'all niggas done went through, like my pop's like
No, but that's
75 right now. Why the
Bro.
fuck would you call the cops on me?
Bro, but that's why I was mad confused. I was like, didn't y'all niggas just come out of slavery and know that these white people work in the motherfucking...
Just come out of slavery.
Like, y'all niggas is
insane.
crazy, bro. Y'all just watched Martin Luther King get assassinated and shit. Y'all niggas is out here treating us like
Train
shit.
of thought is crazy, son.
You could have said segregation. He said slavery.
Like, come on.
Slavery.
That's what the young kids say about us. Was you in slavery?
Word.
I feel like it's just with them, especially boomers, there was an education issue. And a lot of times, them white people at their jobs was treating them like shit.
Bro, they try to make us feel ashamed for feeling like we have options and that we could do better shit, my nigga. Now,
sorry.
you don't know nothing. You don't. No, we're not traumatized, my nigga. The fuck? We're going to therapy, nigga. We're opening up other parts of our minds. We're microdosing. Like, we realize there's more going on in the world than being a slave to a job and then going the fuck back home and being 65 and fucking miserable at the end. Like,
Hell yeah, that's a fact.
and they don't like that shit, my nigga. Like somebody's like, oh, y'all young people, y'all just quit a job. You damn right. You know why? Because it's another job
another
hiring,
job.
my
Right.
nigga. The
It's a
fuck?
lot.
We have better jobs and opportunities than they do, but we live in a worse economy.
Yeah. way
And respectfully, y'all niggas was in the 80s. Y'all should have sold that bag. Y'all should have sold that dope and that crack. And y'all should have got y'all money up and opening a chain of supermarkets, nigga. But you didn't do that. If anybody else in the 80s, I don't feel bad for you. I don't give a fuck. If you wasn't a super Christian, I don't give a fuck,
Nah,
bro.
you should have been if you wasn't a criminal. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Like,
nigga. You telling me you missed a wave of bass, nigga? Free bass? That's what they used to call it before they called it crack.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you missed a wave, nigga. Niggas was lined up around the block. You was making $1 million a day, nigga. You ain't do nothing. And you ain't buy them brownstones, nigga, for $1 in Harlem.
Yo, dead ass. How them shits was $1?
I don't know, but y'all niggas fumbled the bag, nigga. And now y'all mad because we take trips and we take planes and flights and all this shit. Like,
That's a fact.
I really be looking at my pops sometimes like, damn, son, like, you 78, you cooked. You didn't go anywhere. Like, y'all niggas came from Panama or whatever, and y'all just sat in America, and that was it, nigga. And
Yeah,
y'all,
nigga said,
y'all had 40 years to get your papers. You didn't do it. Like, y'all didn't
Nigga,
even
because they
try.
was
Like,
working, nigga. That's all. Niggas was working and stacking bread, son.
but even now, I used to look for a lot of my parents, like my parents or my uncles and aunts' approval. I don't do that shit no more.
Nope.
Right.
not
It
at
came to
all.
a point when I kind of looked at them one day and I said, yo, I'm proud of me, nigga.
Respectfully.
You ain't got to be proud of me, nigga.
Right.
I think I'm not trying to shit on you, but I might be a better parent than
I
you.
am better. How
I'm
about
a better
that?
person,
The
and
fuck?
it had
Yeah.
no influence from you. And there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Nope.
I used to feel bad, you know what I'm saying? Because you like, y'all did take care of it. Like, at the end of the day, if you don't abandon your kids, you still did something.
Exactly.
Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Some people abandon your kids. I would know.
Yep.
The fuck y'all was thinking? Like, when you call people and was like, yo, he just swung at me because I blocked you from hitting me with the belt, that's a crazy tactic.
Right.
That's white women's tears before white women was around us.
Yep.
Like, you really would call family members and be like, oh, they swung on me. Nigga, you tried to hit me with a broom. I said, get out of here.
Yeah.
He swung at me. Nah, it was like all these like little tactics that I felt like they was doing to their kids. But I get it. It was a different time. Frustrations, you had to let it out. You know what I'm saying? But now, see, y'all not parents yet. But I know for a fact, y'all gonna be better parents than a lot of parents that we saw growing up. Now, like a lot of my friends is 30, 31, they starting to have their families now.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I don't even envy you.
Right.
I did this shit so early when it was
I'm
hard.
glad I waited. I promise you, because I feel like don't get me wrong, you got it out the way, but it was
Yeah.
like you missed a good chunk of you understand what
True.
I'm saying? Like,
That's a
yeah,
double-edged
like,
sword.
I feel like I done did everything I wanted to do. I done spent, you understand what I'm saying? I done did shit, everything I wanted
But
to
see,
do for me.
you lived I think for me, if I didn't have my daughter, I would have died.
Damn.
I think I would have never. I was
Would've never
running the
kid-
streets.
I
I was
respect
bugging
that.
out.
If he
she
never
calmed me down. Like,
you came to realization.
and I wouldn't say that would be the same result for a girl.
Yeah.
Without a family structure at all. Or a lot of girls just want love and they end up having babies.
Yup.
So it's like, I wouldn't say that for them. I always respect a girl that I seen have a baby and then would come out of nowhere. She would like still finish school, but she had a family structure behind her. Her mother came in, the aunts. Like, it took a whole village. Like, shit like that be inspiring. It's like, damn, she fucked up, but they got her back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because where we come from, the moment that you fuck up, people are gonna kick you.
Oh, you having a baby, you ruined your life, you this, you that. But all of y'all had babies when y'all was in high school. Y'all working at McDonald's. This bitch is a millionaire. That baby ain't ruined shit, my nigga.
Right.
Like, what are y'all talking about, son? Where she ain't gotta work 3 jobs to provide for that
Everybody's life
kid.
ain't the same. Yeah.
Like, like, y'all be projecting crazy, and that shit is funny to me. Like, oh, all of y'all got babies and no rings. What the fuck does a ring mean in this economy? How many of bitches y'all laughing at that's married because they nigga is running around cheating on them right now?
I knew people view marriage differently when I realized that people be online. They say shit almost as if you're married, something like that wouldn't happen to you. Right. And that's crazy that people think like that. They be like, well, if she was somebody's wife.
It's more to being married than just being married, my nigga. Like, I know couples that been together 30 fucking years. Nigga been treating her like a princess the whole 30 years. They not married.
So, for example, let's say this nigga got a kid before you. He has 1 kid before you. You marry him. He falls off the wagon. Guess what's going to happen? You know who got to pay your child support?
You stupid.
Your wife.
Marriage that's a contract. That is a business negotiation, my nigga. That is not like all girls like, oh, they just on some pick me. I got picked. When you got the ring, you got picked.
Yes.
Now you have to go through the contractual agreements. And like, when people don't really think marriage through, my nigga, you not thinking of if your nigga be a vegetable tomorrow, then what? That remind me of this girl, right? This lady I used to work for. So long story short, she had something wrong with her back, but she had money. She paid to get it fixed. The doctor fucked her up more. Now she's paralyzed from the waist down. Now, before this happened, she was that bitch. Red bottoms, I call you when I call you. Like, top, like one of them bad bitches. Mm-hmm. Bro, she was dating this nigga. She got paralyzed. He had proposed to her and all of that. He came in the house one day where they basically was moving her from her, I guess, her bed to the wheelchair, and like she was suspended in the air. He came in, saw that sight, walked out, and never spoke to her again.
See? I told y'all the story. The lady that I considered my grandmother was really just my grandfather's girlfriend, but she was there my whole life. She has a stroke. Not the same woman when she has this stroke. Strokes do something to you. One day, my grandfather was taking us to his house in the Catskills. He used to have different properties. So he's like, oh, I got a surprise for you. I'm thinking I'm going to see my grandma. It was not grandma. It was my grandfather's new girlfriend. He left her when she had that stroke.
Wow.
I'd never seen her after the stroke. When she had the stroke, because she was so mean, she had a son. Rumor has it, he started beating the hell out of her.
What?
And I always looked at her like, damn, like, Grandpa, why? I know she probably wasn't the same woman at that moment, but I used to be like, damn, why would you bring me a new grandma? Now, has he been with that other woman since I was a child now too? Yes. But guess what? I can't call her.
Grandma.
I can't call her grandma. Because of the situation, how you transitioned everything was too crazy. She has a stroke, you leave her, you bring me a new girlfriend. And you just like, yeah, it's my girlfriend now.
Yeah, the fact you call her my grandpa's girlfriend is mad funny.
and they've been together, this is what?
Old
25 years now. Like, I was a little kid when this happened. This is like 25 years now she's been in our life. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't see you.
And people
grandma.
don't see how their decisions be impacting others either, because that shit probably bothered you your whole life.
Yeah. Because my last image of her was, but I don't know when you died. I don't know how you died. I heard your son was abusing you. And it's just like my grandfather just like, new girl, who this? You like you said.
I mean, I respect, in all honesty though, I respect people that could just bounce from situations that no longer serve them. Like, it might seem fucked up. Like, not being funny, like, that ass, because it's like,
cold.
but imagine he stayed, he's supposed to be miserable the rest of his fucking life to be with her? Like, that's to me, it's like a fine line, because it's like, yeah, was he not supposed to be happy?
I think he could have. I think he could have still been supportive to her, though it wasn't a physical relationship no more.
Like sex.
Because why would I want to have sex with a woman that?
So what you think, he should have stayed and lived with her and just fucked the other girl on the side?
He wasn't living with her. She had her own house. But I feel like he could have still took care of her. I feel like you finding out her son is abusing her now, how could you stay there and see that? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nigga.
Or maybe he really just cut the whole shit off and didn't even know.
That's my grandpa. That's what he do.
That's crazy.
And
I'm sorry. I dead respect people like that.
Nigga said, delete blank space.
Yo, I wish I was like that. Dead ass. Like, them people that could just be like, you know what?
It depends.
I'm done.
You don't really care for relationships, which means that you might make connections with people, but like that loyalty to me is everything.
Nah,
Morals to me is everything.
Right.
Do I break them sometimes? Yes, because the world break them for you, and then you start to like not care as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but sometimes I gotta remind myself, don't let one person doing something to you make you hate everybody.
Nah, and I agree because like even
But you gotta get in a real relationship to know if you walk away or not.
Right.
That mean now, if
That's
I'm
love.
rich, you rich.
Right.
Nigga said,
If I'm up, you
never
up.
leaving.
Right.
If it don't work out and I get $100 million, you getting 50.
Ooh.
I gotta do it like that. Same thing with my friends. Anybody that ever held me down, I will never forget.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like my friend that's on my chain, it was my daughter's birthday. I was broke one time. I'll never forget. God rest his soul. The nigga came to me. He had like $500 from his check. He had just worked, got his check. That's when checks ain't pay you that much.
Right. Of course.
That nigga said, yo, bro, take this $400, go take your daughter out for a birthday. He did 8 years in jail. I held him down 6 of them years. Till I couldn't hold him down because I was broke. But at the same time, nigga, all he did was give me $400 one time. I paid that shit 10 times over because I would never forget. You did something you didn't have to do.
Damn,
So that's why I'm like, when I look at my grandfather, I'm just like, you ain't have to, shit happens. You ain't got to be with the lady, but damn, nigga. I be looking at my grandfather now and I'm like, who do you got? You got that lady, but who else you got? Where your grandkids?
Right.
Where's everybody else at? Same thing with my pops. You be talking shit about everybody in your old age. Oh, nobody take care of me. I was coming through buying you sneakers. Nigga, you got 1 foot. Fuck, I'm buying you 2 pairs of sneakers for. You got diabetes. I'm still buying you 2 sneakers.
Yo,
But you telling me I ain't shit. You know what I'm
please.
saying? You can't do that. And now you sitting around, oh, I'm sorry for saying you ain't shit, son. This is the problem with a lot of the older black people.
My mother too. She feel like we supposed to be taking care of her, doing more, and it's like, bitch, you did.
You didn't give me that same respect when we
You,
was.
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
come
You
on.
forget how you begged
Yeah,
us for
same respect.
everything. Nigga, I could ask mother to pick me up a Snickers bar from the store. Where's my $2? Like, bro.
If you didn't ask for the $2, then I would have had some more sympathy.
And we
for
love
you,
y'all,
man.
but like, come on.
At least let me offer it because you know I'm going to give it to you or something. But out of love, come on, son. You know
Listen,
niggas
bro, I don't
be
know
having
who
it.
hurt them niggas. I don't know who hurt boomers. I get it. It was a different time, nigga. But you gotta
Slavery.
remember, nigga, you gotta treat
It's
people.
slavery.
You gotta
Slavery,
treat the
please.
seasons.
Segregation and slavery.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
This
fucking
nigga,
white
how
people,
old you
bro.
think they are?
Shit, I told you the one day that we drove down there when I was
On the
young.
plantation, they still have plantations. That's not slavery.
That's crazy though. This nigga looked like a slave when
Yo,
I
he telling story every other.
he looked like a slave.
Every time.
Yo, Cal, you look like a slave if you ever see that shit, bro. I swear to God, I was laughing so hard, bro.
Cut the camera, nigga. Cut that shit right now.
Let's cut it now.
It is hot here. All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We here next week. That's mad funny.
Not me doing this to a camera.